what did we just do? Did we really buy an apartment in Shanghai? Did we really spend that much money? What's going on, everyone? 我是麦克老师。哇，今天超级紧张，为什么呢？因为我们要准备买房。对，在中国这么长时间，终于买房子了。This is the most expensive thing I've ever bought. My wife and I are walking to negotiate the price with the owners right now. And yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of money. It's a little bit more than we wanted to spend. I guess we're just sick of paying rent. We want to put some of the money we've saved up over the past couple of years in an investment, and I think real estate seems like a pretty safe investment. The stock market is just a little too unstable for us. It's a pretty small house, but it's in a nice area that we really like. It needs to be completely remodeled. The place is just in pretty poor condition inside, and it's a 老房子. Can't afford the new houses, so but it could be really, really nice when it's fixed up. So that's kind of exciting. Apparently in China, and I never knew this, you go and you sit with the owner and you talk about the price and like, oh, 我们很穷啊, and I don't know what the strategy is. It's completely different in the US. You never meet the owners until the day you sign the papers. Your real estate agent does all the negotiations. That's what you pay them for. I bought property in the US before, but never in China, so this is all new to me. We've got a price in mind. We're not going to change, and so wish us luck, and hope we can get the price we want. Just so much money. What could go wrong? 哇，天黑了，我们聊了半天，才同意价格了。We stuck to our price. We didn't change, and the owner came down and met our price. We were in there for 4.5 hours. In the US, I would just tell my realtor the number, and then they would go and call that realtor that represents the seller. Maybe after a few days of going back and forth, you agree on a price, and then you go in and sign the papers. But here, you just go in. I almost wasn't even prepared. It was like, suddenly it's like, oh, if we agree on the price, we have to sign all the papers today. So that's why it took so long. We had to take a few hours and think about it a little more, but eventually we did it. It's small, but it has a lot of potential. It's got a huge outdoor area for Xiaomai to play, which we're super excited about. So yeah, more to come. I'm hungry and I'm a little stressed out, so we're gonna go celebrate. What's going on, everyone? It's a few days later after we bought the apartment. Feeling a little bit better about it. The night that we bought it, I think neither my wife or I slept at all. Just woke up kind of just really tired, thinking like, what did we just do? Did we really buy an apartment in Shanghai? Did we really spend that much money? Without comparison, the most expensive thing we've ever purchased. So yeah, the purchasing experience was a little weird. It was kind of like a legal proceeding. Maybe you're like getting sued or suing someone, and the lawyer just goes back and forth until you work out a deal. In the US, I have my realtor, which represents my interests, and the seller has their realtor, which represents their interests. So I kind of felt there was a bit of a conflict of interest because there's one realtor representing both sides. So who is he trying to help the most? Is he on our side or is he on their side? So that was a little bit different. I was actually a little disappointed to learn that we have to wait for 4 months before we can get the loan money, the mortgage. If I understood correctly, you have to kind of wait in line, and there's pretty strict controls about how much money is going out into the economy. It makes sense, I understand. It just kind of stinks. My experience in the US is that it usually takes about 3 to 4 weeks, not 3 to 4 months, but it is what it is. Additionally, this place needs a full renovation, which is going to take about 2 months. So we may not actually move into this place until like November or December. Speaking of renovations, if any of you are interior designers, or you know a good interior designer in Shanghai, and you want to make a few video episodes with me, please leave me a message, get in touch with me. We desperately need some ideas on how to renovate this place. If you think you can help or you want some side work, I can pay you. Although, probably not much because I just spent everything I've ever earned on this apartment. Or maybe I should get on one of those TV shows where they do all the renovations for you and then they surprise you at the end. It is a 老房子，应该是80后、90后建的。About half the people we talked to told us not to buy it, and the other half said go for it. My wife and I have just been noticing that everything seems more and more expensive these days, and it's not more expensive, there's just a lot of inflation happening, and it's happening all over the world. With COVID, governments have been printing money like crazy. Inflation is coming, and so we just thought it would be a good idea to get our money out of cash and into assets, and one of the safest being real estate. We didn't want to move out to the suburbs because we don't know anybody out there. I didn't want to drive and commute in traffic every day to the office. So we figured if we moved to the suburbs, then we would just have very little social life. Yes, it would be a bigger, nicer house, but if we were to ever leave China and want to rent our apartment, the rental prices in the suburbs are much lower than they are downtown. If we renovate this place really nicely, and considering the location that it has, I think we can get a really high rental price, one that could probably cover the entire mortgage, possibly more. Let's take a look at it and see if you have any ideas. It's not much to look at right now, I'll be honest, but it has a lot of potential. All right, so here it is. It's a 1-bedroom, 1 living room, 1 bath apartment. It has this huge kitchen here. It's got 3.2 meter ceilings. This room, it seems like a waste of space to me. The plan right now is to change this kitchen into Xiao Mai's bedroom, so it will become a 2-bedroom apartment. It's got a decent sized living room. It's about the same size as the apartment we're living in right now. I'm thinking on this wall, put a couch, and then maybe on this side, we'll probably have to put the television, and in that corner, we'll probably have to put the refrigerator. Again, I got these high ceilings, which I don't really know what to do with. So if you have ideas, please let me know. Here is the yangtai. This wall below the window will be gone. We'll put the sink or maybe a stove in the back there. And then along this wall, we'll have a cabinet and an open kitchen and some nice big windows to let in a lot of light. It is north facing, which a lot of people said was a bad thing. However, this one seems to have a nicer layout. It's about 50 square meters, and it has this 20 square meter 露台, like a terrace outside, which has a ton of potential. We could fix this up, put some nice plants, grow some basil, put a little slide and playground out there for Xiao Mai to play with. Maybe some all-weather furniture here in this corner. Try to use this space as much as possible. What we're really looking for is ways to save space. I love watching those TV shows about the tiny houses and how they just save so much space and make them look so big. Here's the bathroom. Nothing too fancy, but here's the bedroom here. And you can see again these huge ceilings, but we definitely want to utilize them for storage. Maybe you can make a loft and put a bed up there, or make it a small space just to go for reading or playing guitar. At this point, we are all ears, but I do appreciate that every room in this apartment has a window, and so there is plenty of light, even though it is north facing. So that is the plan for now. Again, I always appreciate all of your input and your ideas below. And if you are an interior designer, please get in touch with me. I'm sure a few of you are wondering how much we paid for it. I don't feel super comfortable sharing that information just quite yet because I haven't quite accepted it myself, but feel free to leave a message and guess how much we spent on this place. And if someone guesses correctly, then maybe I will reveal the price we paid. That's all for now. There will be a lot more updates to come as things progress. Thank you everyone for watching. And as always, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. 我是麦克老师，下次再见。